Hey guys, how are we? Well, we're back into a bit of normality in that time period between Christmas and New Year's. And, some people are heading back to work for a couple of days and other people are, enjoying an extended holiday. So anyway, if that's you, I hope you're enjoying your time with your family and friends, having the barbecues or cook-ups, depending on which part of the world you're from. So we're just getting things, continually looking at working things out to relocate. So just looking at things at the moment. So we've been busy, looking at selling furniture and even selling equipment and buying new equipment and that sort of stuff. And one of the biggest things you'll find when you're relocating is figuring out what you want to keep, what you want to sell. And the biggest thing you'll face is actually that dilemma of what do you keep, what do you get rid of. And just trying to keepsakes, things that you love or have some sentimental value. What do you do with them? Where do you put them? What do you take? What do you get rid of? And look, after years of traveling, I don't have a lot of them. And one of the things that you'll face is, even with your digital data, you'll lose a lot of photos and a lot of videos and that sort of stuff. And anyway, that's just part of life. So that's the big thing that you're going to face when you do this is when you relocate is actually what do you keep, what do you get rid of? So easier said than done, but look, one of the best rules of thumb is if you haven't used it for the last 6 months, get rid of it. And that can be said for a lot of things. So it's quite freeing actually, only having 2 suitcases and a carry-on bag, and a lot of that equipment can be just gotten rid of. Even the camera that I use to shoot these videos can fit in my pocket. And I do have a really big DSLR with some lenses. And trust me, those lenses take up a good portion of my luggage and or the weight anyway. So you'll often find me sticking those lenses in pockets when I'm checking in, because there's a good 2 kilograms of weight. So that's the best way to go about it. But anyway, life goes on, doesn't it? So we're just in that process of working through what do we keep, what do we get rid of. And as I said, easier said than done. Even when you're down to 50 kg, I would prefer to be down to about 20. And a lot of the things that you think you need, you don't really. And like I've had really nice leather jackets that, they might weigh about 2 or 3 kilograms just for one jacket. So unfortunately, they've gone. So traveling light is actually a really good skill to have, and it's a lot more difficult than what you realize. So that's one thing. The other thing is getting your documents in order. As I said to you multiple occasions, getting that apostilled documents, birth certificates and marriage certificates, and getting a letter from your bank, a letter of recommendation. It's really important to have these things, because when you want to go to a new location and set up a bank account or apply for your permanent residency, you'll need these things. And really important, if you're looking at Mexico and you want to apply for permanent residency and prove that you've got over 108,000 US in the bank, and a lot of people do, then you're going to need to have a letter from your bank saying, yeah, this is legitimate, and it's got to be signed. And so get that in order before you leave. But what I was going to say is I think now is the time to really start planning and getting things in order. Time is running out, so I think next year can be a lot more difficult than any other time to leave, and I think you want to be well and truly in your new location wherever you decide by that time. So I mean, as I said to you before in the past, I am sort of expecting the economy to contract very, very significantly, have a major correction next year, and a lot of companies are going to go under on that one. And anyway, now is the time, not in 12 months and not in 2 years, maybe not even in 6 months. I think you want to be really well and truly set up and ready to go now. But anyway, don't let me frighten you. You've got to make those decisions, those choices for yourself. But yeah, so get this stuff in order. It just, you know, it takes time. Getting a birth certificate or marriage certificate reprinted off from your local authority, from your state government, is important, and then getting that apostilled is really important too. And as I said, it all takes time, but if you've got that done and you've prepared ahead of time, then it reduces the pressure. The other thing is actually getting a suitcase. You don't want a huge suitcase, right? Because you don't want to take a lot of stuff. If you've got the capacity to leave some things, a suitcase or two with some keepsakes or whatever with family and friends that want to stay, then do that. But they can ship that over at another time, a later date. But if you can basically plan what it is, the essentials of what it is that you need on a day-to-day basis, then you can do that pretty easily. So I highly recommend doing that. Just have everything in order. You want to be able to act pretty quickly. The other thing you want to have is a little carry bag with your hard drive or 2 hard drives, and cords and chargers, and so you can basically keep everything on the go, and a little charge battery, which is always handy. So that's what I have in mind. I should do a little video on that actually. So all that stuff is important, but I think we're getting to a critical point now. You want to have your documents in order, and you want to have your what you're taking sort of sorted out and clear in your mind. The other thing that I said to you before in a previous video is looking at where you're going to go. Look at the requirements for the visa. For Mexico, which is what we're looking at, we're just going to apply for a 6-month visa and then decide if we want to apply for permanent residency then. Permanent residency is really important to have, even a second citizenship, and it's not going to be possible for everyone, but for a lot of people it will be. And yeah, when you get to that situation, having a second citizenship or permanent residency just gives you a bit of breathing space, so you're not constantly moving. So if you can organise that and sort it out, then yeah, you do that. All right, guys. Well, hope you are all well, and it's getting a bit busy here, and the post-Christmas sales or whatever, I don't know what it is. I'm getting a little bit irritated by crowds, to be honest. But you go to Overseas Exiles Facebook group, sign up there, join the discussion, and go to overseasexile.com. That's singular, Overseas Exile, and you can sort of sign up there and have a look at some of the video notes and that sort of stuff there. So anyway, guys, hope you're having a wonderful day. Any questions, just email me and yeah, we can go from there. All right, guys.